Woo! All right. Good. Oh, look at that. The top of my head's cut off. That'll work right there. Boom, boom. We're all set. Outstanding. All right. Good evening. Welcome to another fantastic episode of Forge 2.0. I'm your host, Brandon, a.k.a. The Wild Man. We are a minute or two late because, well, I sat down and realized all the extra meat pressed on the bladder, and I wasn't going to make it through an hour worth of show. And that would have just been bad to get up and you have to stare at some blank chair whilst I go use the bathroom. So I took it upon myself, making an executive decision. All right, let's do it now. Let's do it. So, Monday, the beginning of the week, the first day of your weekly milestone that I hope those of you that are able to see my posts, as I've been finding out over this end of last week and this weekend, that everyone can't see. So I do hope that you've been setting these weekly goals for yourself, helping you to level up each week, building momentum towards, well, ever towards that goal, okay? You know, we all want to reach that goal. Oh, itch. Oh, look at, there I am. All right. Okay, boom. I had to rip out a wall when I got home today in the downstairs bathroom. Little extra things. Salute. I know that one, friend. I don't know the rest of that, Edna. I'm sorry. I do not speak Spanish. I wish I did. That's my first language I wanna learn how to speak. Well, other one outside of English, Spanish or whatever. Because I know the Spanish that we took in high school, that was like Spain Spanish. That, according to my that apparently, according to my Puerto Rican friends, we don't speak that here in Rochester. We speak Puerto Rican. It's a different kind of Spanish. They don't speak Spain Spanish. So I was great. I had all A pluses in that Spanish. Not that I could really speak it now. I remember, what do I remember? Oh my God, I don't remember anything. Hamburguesa. I remember horneado. That's about it. That's about it. But no, it's Spanish or, well, Puerto Rican or whatever it is. Whatever the language that everyone speaks over here. Yeah. Que pasa? I know que pasa. But I want to do a little Russian, some Chinese. I know that's going to be difficult because you got Mandarin, you got North and South, and a bunch of them. I looked into some Indian, actually, but there's over 1,600 different languages spoken in that country. I wouldn't even know where to start. Probably around whatever tongue that most of the Bollywood movies that I watch are in, because it would be great not to always have to look for English subtitles, where I could just sit and watch them and just laugh my ass off, But Oh. But without further going into the episode, before we continue talking. Oh, no. Wrong one. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Tonight's episode is affectionately titled Overstepping Boundaries. Okay? Which is, well, can be a great, what we call a safety net to know exactly where the boundaries and everything is. Okay? But that's what we're going into. As far back as the language thing, no, I wish I could. I've talked to some friends of mine. There was a movie called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and at one point, that one of the aliens saves the one human before Earth gets blown up, and puts a fish in his ear, and he's able to understand 127,000 different languages. He can't speak them, but he can at least understand them. I would like to be able to understand and speak. I know you might as well go through the training. There's no easy way. But still, a quick translating thing would be great. If you could, I don't know, it would have to go into your neural net up here, and then you'd have to hear something. This is what they said. Then you think, all right, what do I say? And then you think it, and it translates into like a pair of glasses, and it tells you in your ear, whatever you're thinking, this is how you want to say it. And then you say it. That might be technical. I don't know. Might be too technical. Oh, sorry. Overcooked my broccoli, and I slightly oversalted a little bit too much, and it was not very good. But I ate it because you need the broccoli. I did munch on a few before dinner started, but it's all right. But no, when you talk about boundaries, you've got knowing overstepping boundaries, your limits, as far as you can go in certain things, how far sometimes that you can push yourself. We have overstepping boundaries in relationships. Apparently now, certain things that good men did before, now these are like boundaries. They've put this into a boundaries. For instance, you know what? Let me this is from ApolloniaPonte.com. I'm going to give you those 6 things about setting boundaries in relationships. Okay, this is just a for instance. Okay, let me see. Where do we go? Where's one? Blah, 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 minga, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, apparently this is a boundary. What to call each other. Okay, I wouldn't know that that's a boundary. All right, I would just think you just decide that. See, things that I just normally take for granted that I normally do, apparently now they have to set outlines and dot this out because people aren't smart enough to think about this. All right, that was one. What to call each other. I guess obviously she may not like being called it, or he may not like being called this, or whatever. Okay. How you guys will communicate when disagreements come up. Apparently that's a boundary thing. And why they used Will Smith and Jada Pinkett as an example is terrible. That's just terrible. How to communicate when you need space. You have to have a discussion on how to behave when no one is watching. Boundaries with sex. Yeah, if she says no, you stop. Wow. All right, we're going to stop reading that because I can't believe what I'm hearing, that we have to break down common sense ideas where you have to write an outline and an essay on how to communicate with each other. What happened? Really? What happened? That is some damn good tea, if I don't say so myself. Oh. Oh. No, but I don't understand when we went from knowing how to talk to, because it was common sense about what to say. You wanted this, but you didn't like that. Okay, that now we have to do this whole essay and do bullet points and set an outline. Well, you can't call me this. This is how we behave when no one's watching. What are you talking about? I don't change the way I act. Ever. Ever. The only thing that changes with me is if there's young kids around. That's it. Some of the words may change. I have a filter that comes on out of respect to the kids and respect for their parents. Okay? I don't do that. Now, if the parents give me an okay, when I get excited, I might not be as filtered and to hold it back. It might slip out. But, no, 90% of the time, I'm good with that. But I don't change how I am when no one's looking to when people are looking. I'm the same way. Call it comfortable in my own skin, comfortable being myself. Call it I don't give a fuck. I am not going to change the way I am if I'm out with this group, that group, when I'm at work, when I'm at home. I'm the same way all around. This is me. This is one reason why those who have, I call them lucky enough to become friends of mine, because, I'm a different breed, and I'm a dying breed of men. But when we become friends, you don't have to worry. You always know where you stand with me, because I'm always going to be upfront and real with you. I'm not going to not say something because, it might hurt your feelings. No, I'm going to tell you, look, if you're screwing up, you're screwing up. If you shouldn't have done something, you shouldn't have done it. If I'm wrong about something, I'll admit I'm wrong. But I'm not going to change or sugarcoat or where we have to set boundaries and don't say this to me. No, I got steel leather skin. I'm good. I don't get offended. If I overstep, let me know. Hopefully we can talk about it amicably and bada bing, bada boom. If not, maybe we have to say goodbye and part ways. Okay? But to sit there now that things that are common sense, we have to have outlines and bullet points. That just kind of ways to behave when no one is around or no one's looking. Why would I change how I am when people are looking? I know that goes back to a couple months ago, an episode that I had where I talked about changing from how you are at home, be the same person versus how you are outside. Most of you change who you are, okay? People don't see your house self when you're outside. You're a different person, okay? Most people try to be all tough and dominant. Well, no, most people try to act tough and dominant. I haven't seen it where people, other than you have, if they can. Most people, some people are just shy and not go-getters and they're very introverted. That's not really, I understand there's so many words, right? So many words in the language. And a lot of them are lost, overlooked. And they're great words. And I've slacked off within the last 4 or 5 months, where I'm always looking at my thesaurus, just looking at words. That's a great word. Oh, that's a great word. Cantankerous, okay? Let me look it up because I do forget the definition of cantankerous. But I do. Oh, I got rid of my, damn. Cantankerous definition. There we go.
Cantankerous.
Cantankerous. Cantankerous. It's an adjective. Bad-tempered, argumentative, and uncooperative. A crusty, cantankerous old man. That is a great word, you cantankerous bastard. You know what I mean? So many good words out there. So many. Difficult or irritating to deal with. Like, people are just hard-headed. And I deal with cantankerous people every day. Bad-tempered. Negative. They want to argue about everything. Shut up and do your job. It's this simple. You applied for this position. People would say, but Brandon, you're overstepping the boundaries. Which boundaries? Common sense boundaries? Being a good human? Telling people how it is? Being real with people? I always, and maybe it makes an ass out of you and me, that I just assume people don't want you to sugarcoat things. People want you to be real with them. And I've found of late, within the last 7-8 years, they don't want that. People can't handle the truth. They can't. You give people the truth, you're all of a sudden, you're the bad guy. They're the victim when you're honest with people. Overstepping boundaries. You didn't have to say it like, yes, it needed to be said. Well, you didn't have to. Yes, it needed to be said in that tone, in that manner, and that harshly. Because most people nowadays, when you try to be nice to them, they don't understand it. They just go, oh, yeah. And then they go back and do the same damn thing. You got to throw a couple words in there that makes them go, oh. And then they wake up and they go, oh. Now, if they want to change, then yes, they'll change. I don't know if some of you, I brought it up before, but I'm bringing it up again because it kind of goes with like overstepping boundaries and doing this and achieving different things. The guy from the Bronx Tale just got back from work. Entertain and inspire me now, please. I got you, buddy. I got you. The dude from Bronx Tale, the gangster, the head guy, okay, the Don, the boss. He's got a podcast now, right? And he says a good person can't bring somebody up that doesn't want to come up. It doesn't matter how good you are or what, no matter what. If that bad person doesn't want to come up, you can't do it. Now, it's the opposite in reverse. A bad person, 9 out of 10 times, no. Chaz Palari, the boss, not C, the boss, the head guy. The head dude. He gets, he can bring down a good person because that negativity is so much stronger than positivity. 9 times out of 10, all right, like I said, like with my show, okay, I'm putting out a show that promotes positivity, promotes forging a better version of yourself, motivating, changing that mindset. And yes, everyone can change that mindset. Everyone. I don't want to hear any bullshit because you can. If anybody, and I tell people, well, you can't know, it's bullshit, you're lazy. That's all it is. You don't want to put the work in or the time to change. You're lazy. And or, if I have to, I hit them with this. You're just a coward. If you just want to be lazy and stay in your sad little existence, then go ahead. Stay over there. But don't you think that you're going to try to change my mind. Oh, it's not. It's real simple. You change your mindset. I want more. I want to be better. And that's exactly as simple as I can make it. And you know what? If I'm overstepping boundaries, I don't give a fuck. Because I don't want to hear, oh, it's a lot harder. You just can't. Bullshit. Because I've been through a lot of other things that a lot of people don't know about, and I know everything that is possible. Like right now, I wish I knew how to get the taste of broccoli out of my mouth and out of my nose, because it's killing me. The broccoli I made was bad. It was bad tonight. Very bad. All I can tell is like somebody's jamming one of the broccoli crowns in my face. But no, you make the decision and you can. All right? And I don't know when common sense had to be written in... Whoa! When common sense about boundaries had to be written in an essay and then you needed bullet points. That how to behave when no one's watching, that just threw me through a loop. I didn't see it before, and I just happened to click on it now. Why would you change how you are in your house when nobody can see you versus outside? I don't understand that. Why are you not the same person you are at home when you go to work? You could still be aggressive at home. You could still be energetic at home. If you have kids, they love that crap. They love it. You go out there, they want to play with dad, boom. They want to build. If you got girls, let's tea party the hell out of tonight. They'll love it. You will see no kid will ever tell their parents, I don't want to play with you until they become a teenager. Okay? While they're young, if they're in the house and they want to play, they will never stop their parents from being energetic about playing with your kids. And if you try to say so, you're full of shit. And or you hate your kids. And again, you're full of, you're never mind. You almost got me in a rage rant. You almost got me. But no kid will ever tell their parent, don't play with me until they become a teenager. Okay? So no small child. Let's narrow it down for you knuckleheads that are probably listening going, well, wait a minute. Oh, this might have just worked. I can't taste broccoli or anything right now. Yeah! Okay? You know, I understand setting boundaries in life. I have boundaries, okay? Certain things I won't go above or go or do. Until it comes to family. The family, the boundaries are gone when it comes to family. That's just my personality. It's my makeup, okay? Hey, call me a barbarian. Call me a primal. I don't know. Call me a caveman. I don't care. You know, the family thing, that's different. Now, boundaries other ways. I'm not going to, I understand. Boundaries in a relationship. I didn't know we needed to set boundaries. I think it was just pretty much common sense. I never really looked at it as boundaries. You know what I mean? Boundaries in the workplace. Now, I can understand boundaries in the workplace up to a certain point, okay? Case in point, maybe you hang out with the boss outside of work, okay? Now, the boundary there is when you're at work and you're punched in, the respect. He's the boss. She's the boss, okay? You act the part. They're the boss, all right? Too many people I've seen this firsthand, think, just because they hang out or they're cool with the boss, that they don't have to listen to him. No, you still have to give them the respect that comes with their title, okay? You do. And if you don't want to, or I'm not going to say, then you can always leave. And I hate those people that, I don't want to respect, I'm not doing this, I don't care. Then go out the door. What are you standing here for? You think just because they laughed at a bunch of your jokes or they're always talking to you that you can just act like a dick? No. You major oversteppage of the boundaries. Major oversteppage. Okay? You just go. And like I said, what was it, last year sometime? I called out all the managers. All your general managers, all your shift managers, your crew leaders, your supervisors, the bosses, the CEOs, everybody. I called you all out. And I said, happy workers are productive workers, right? I said, so if you sit there and just because a lot of people don't want to work because they were making more money staying home, but now we get these pieces of garbage that have no work ethic. Can't even spell work ethic, let alone know what it is. So you just need bodies to fill a position so that you can have stuff. So you can work, so you can make money. And they're garbage. Okay, I'm sorry. 7 out of 10 of them are trash, complete trash. Even if you give them the chance, they're fucking trash. I'm sorry, they just are. Okay, 7 out of 10 of them are a letdown. I don't understand why. Bad parenting, no work ethic, no common sense, no being decent, no how to be respectful. They're garbage. All right, and it sucks that I can say this and I'm right about it. I wish I was wrong. I wish I was. If I was wrong, I wouldn't have said it. You know, I can't. I know we need balance, so we need trash so they know what decent people are. You know, I understand that, but to sit there and you being a boss or someone that can fire somebody, to sit there and let that negativity just engulf your place of business and have the people that want to come in, that give 150%, that still take pride in their work, but you're going to let this piece of garbage stay and bring all that high morale, that energetic, that happy workers are productive workers down because they got to deal with that shit? No, you should be ashamed of yourself. You really should. And honestly, I mean, to be honest, because I know how I do. Once this blows up and I start having to hire people on, you know, albeit if I can find some ones that want to work for free while we're building up the show, that's one thing. But after that, when I get bigger and we're huge and we're universal, right? I still know I bust balls, and that's how everybody's going to do it. But yet, when we're on camera, we're ready to go. Everybody's got to listen. That's how it'll be. Yeah, we can be cool, but you know what I say goes. If you have a difference of opinion, you wait till after, unless it's super important. We're live. We can discuss it like civilized people, okay? And if I like your idea better than mine, shit, I'll go with it. I am, like I said, I'm still waiting for everybody to grab your balls or your lips and give me an idea if you want to talk about something or something that you're going through. Okay? I've had one person out of 8,123 people. That's over the expense of like 5 or 6 things. That's how many followers I have right now. One person. One. Don't be shy. The worst that can happen, okay, the worst, is they say, I don't know if that's for this show. But like I said, as long as it's not the tree, most of the time I'll talk about it. You know what I mean? Besides, it's win-win. Because if I talk about something you're going through, you'll tell your friends, hey, I put the input in, and the guy listened. He actually took my idea, and he made a whole show based around it. That's awesome. I wouldn't want, I don't, if I gave somebody an idea on a podcast or somebody that was trying to make a podcast into a show, and I said, well, why don't you talk about this? And then I was on, and I heard them talking about it, on top of, like I did with the other time, I gave props to the woman that gave the idea. Fear of rejection, Lisa Weiss. She was a great idea for a show. I'll holler at your name, give you the shout out. Oh, you know what I mean? It's win-win. Your friends go like, yo, you got to call out on the show. That's awesome. I don't, and I would love to be able to find out when we went from, did you have overstepping boundaries? In certain instances, I understand where you need something. But like in business, I do understand that. In the relationship thing, I thought that's common sense. Boundaries in sex. Yeah. If she says no, you stop. Why do we gotta have a whole essay, comment, a huge section about that? Well, Brandon, because people don't understand. Yes, they do. They understand. They're just assholes, okay? If you're getting intimate with a female or vice versa, and one of them says stop, you stop. We don't need a 4-page essay on that. We don't need to set boundaries on that. No means no, and it's that fucking simple. Why do we have to put this shit? I'm surprised we don't have pictures, and there aren't random phone numbers that people can call if they feel, well, I said no, but she did anyways, or he did, or she did, her and her friend, and I feel real bad and I'm scared to say anything. It's common sense. It's shameful that we have to have pages written on this about overstepping boundaries in the bedroom. I don't even understand. I don't get it. Common sense. Be respectful. They say no. Okay, we'll stop. There you go. No muss, no fuss. Ooh, excuse me. Right? Yeah, that's. Do your relatives overstep their boundaries? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? So, most people do not intentionally violate boundaries, They do so out of ignorance, lack of critical thought, or because that's just their go-to strategy for building any kind of relationship with someone. Still, regardless of good or bad intent, your boundaries have still been violated. What boundaries? Is that like an uncle telling a nephew not to do something? That's different. The uncle can say something, but if the uncle goes to, well, this is then again, this might depend on the family mentality or the family thing. Some families, everyone's allowed to spank the kid, unless the mother or the father say otherwise. Okay? Hell, even if they can even stop grandma and grandpa from doing something. You know, those are the parents. You have to listen to their... You got to listen to them. Sorry, you can't overstep. You know, I mean, there are some families, though, where, you know, well, you acted up. You know? So... But... What is a step parent? See, that's the step parent thing I don't get into because even if you are a step parent, you're still a parent. And I'm sorry, but there shouldn't really be any boundaries right there. You're the parent. You've taken those people in or you've become part of the family. There's got to be a mutual respect there. You know, what does overstepping boundaries mean? Oh, Jesus. In the summary, if you have a... Wow. Yeah, see, I never realized that we had to write... That people... This is like a huge thing about overstepping boundaries. That what is having morals and common sense are now like, oh, well, you can't do this, or you can only go as far as... Well, no shit. Why? You know, and it's just, hopefully I only have about another 2 weeks, and then my hair is, the beard's back is through the phase, because I've been itching. Oh my God, everything. It's like I feel every hair in my beard and around here all at once. It's like I'm wearing a hat or a sweater right now. It's just, but what do we have? Did I go blah 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 blah? Oh, because I went into the page, I was off my. That's why. Oh, Bruce Lee. I still get a kick out of watching his stuff. I still do, and I still love that interview where he's be like water, and he's talking about the one guy where, you know, in boxing there's rules, but in a fight he's like, oh baby, you better train every part of your body. I love he was so smooth and so confident. I love it. You know, it's refreshing a lot of the times to hear something like that and just be like, yeah, you know, boom ba bing ba boom ba dee, whatever. You know what I mean? But you know, overstepping boundaries. I feel that there's a lot of this, actually all of it, should be common sense and moral decency. You know what I mean? I cannot believe that we have to set pages, not a page. That I can maybe see, but pages on this stuff that we needed to write it down. What happened to our moral fiber? When did that change? Huh? When did this break down where people don't understand what it means to be a decent human? Huh? What happened? Have we never known? Or have we only seen always the good and the bad has been hidden from us? I understand throughout history in the beginning that there were some real shitty things happened, okay? And morale wasn't always what it should have been. I do understand that. I do. But then you see when things change and things come to light, you're like, oh, and then there's peace and everybody's doing for the greater good of this or the greater good of that, you know. And you say, okay, this is good. bada bing, bada boom. Everything is going. And then all of a sudden, when it seems that everything is almost at its peak and we're kicking ass, something cantankerous happens. And it just... Now we got to have pictures on this. We got to have 9 pages of why we can't do this and what the hell this even means. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I would love to understand when common sense changed into now we need pages of articles on how to act as humans. Why? Can anybody out there tell me why? Can you? Can you? How about you? You? What about you over there? You know, I don't. I really don't. Has anybody made it over to the YouTube, the Forge 2.0 YouTube channel? Have you subscribed? Have you liked? Like I said, it's win-win. You get entertainment value. I get followers. I'm able to stream on YouTube. I can grow this thing. You can help me grow. You could say, you know what? I was one of the stones that helped to build that show. You know? But I don't know. You know, sometimes I don't want to say I've lost faith in humanity because I haven't yet. I've come close a couple times, but I haven't yet. And then something happens, and I see something, and I'm moved, and I'm just like, man, that's awesome. That's cool. I'm glad, you know, what they did for that kid or what they did for that guy or that little girl. That's awesome, you know. Oh, they are, you know, it is. I've seen a lot of this, like, this is some really cool shit, you know. And it is. And it blows your mind, some of these things. And you're like, so we've got papers and pages on overstepping boundaries, and people don't understand what basic human decency is. You know, I saw, what was the other thing? I was just talking about this the other day with on a Spartan death race, right? Now, there was a guy that participated. He didn't have any legs. Okay? He was using his whole upper body to do the race. The teammates and other people were helping him up. It was a long race, and he was in it, but he was doing the race, walking on his hands, just walking, you know, and he was climbing up the thing. I mean, he was killing it in the climbing stuff with his hands. He was a strong dude, but people from the other team were helping him. You know, you just don't see that. I mean, outside of things like that, and you're like, man, this is awesome, you know. And I see, what else did I see? What have I seen? I know I see a lot of the stories like on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, the stories about people helping somebody else. Is like, is that real? And then I always search. I go, was this real? Did this really happen? Or was this like, it was scripted? And a lot of the things are like, no, this is real, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is awesome. You know, I mean, what did I just watch the other day? Where a guy they were at a gas station, and the guy went over and gave the girl something. I think it was money to pay her tank. And the girl had money, right? And she had more than enough. And she looked over, and I guess there was something going on. I think she overheard a conversation, and she walked over. It was money, and telling her, you know, you're kicking ass. No, it wasn't money. Sorry, that was another one. You know, no matter what you're going through, you're kicking ass. You're doing great things. You are enough. You're beautiful. This and this and this. And the girl was just, you could see her well up. And she went over and gave it to somebody else. And the other girl opens it up. The other lady opens it up. She reads it. And she just breaks out in tears. And the guy goes over, but then the video stops. I don't know what happened after that. I wasn't able to find a part 2 of the video. But you know what? It's things like this. And I think, and I go, man, this is, you know, if we could keep moving in this direction, it would be great, you know. But it seems like every time we take 2 or 3, 4 steps forward, we take like 15 back. I don't know, you know. And it's like, Like we say, we talk about, I got in this discussion, okay, about, what was it, the Roman Empire. Okay, now they were quite advanced for their time, right? Well, when they fell, how come it's like we lost all that technology, all that information? We lost it all. Nobody knew what that. It's like we all, like civilizations and humanity had to start all over again. And I'm going, well, what about this? They had aqueducts. How come these people didn't have any of this? Did we not write about it? Was it just not written in the books that these two were advanced? Like, did we forget how to do everything? I mean, the people that were there that survived still knew all that, right? I don't know. I don't know. But on that note, this might just be a short episode because that's pretty much it about overstepping boundaries. The rest of them for the rest of the weeks should be a little more filling. But this one was kind of just a short one, just something Mondays for me is always just like a filler. Obviously, when I get big, there's going to be more. And I kind of have to use the bathroom. So, I want to thank everybody that stopped by. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You are greatly appreciated. My prayers go out to you and yours. Well, everybody that's following me, everybody over the world, prayers are going out to you. Okay? Hope you're kicking ass. You're doing good. Make your way to Forge 2.0 on YouTube. Subscribe and like. Then tell your friends. Have them subscribe and like. It's win-win. Entertainment value through the roof. Eye-openings, I hope. Helping that mindset change to the good and help you forge a better version of yourself. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. All right. This is Brandon, host of Forge 2.0, signing out. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.